HiwayCAD. Control data storage.
Storage of the interface language selection. HiwayCAD is web-based software that runs inside a browser. Consequently, it needs to store certain controlled data. The method of storage requires careful consideration. For example, storing to a database, users often need to log in to access a database, and database queries consume time. Crucially, some users find setting up a database burdensome. As an application capable of running offline, HiwayCAD aims to minimize database usage where possible. Storing to local disk files. For security reasons, all web browsers prohibit access to a user's local disk files. Forcing this functionality would make the code logic excessively complex, so it should not be an option for an academic project. Web browsers provide several standard options for storing controlled data. Local storage. Data persists across browser tabs indefinitely unless manually cleared. Session storage. Data is stored within the current browser tab and becomes invalid across tabs. Closing the tab automatically deletes the data. Cookies. Similar to local storage, but with a specified expiration time after which data is automatically deleted. INDEXEDDB. Similar to local storage, but specifically designed for storing large-scale datasets. These storage mechanisms are transparent and universal across all browsers. Users can press the F12 key to open developer tools and inspect them. Naturally, this feature is typically used only by software engineers, as it is overly complex for average users. Note: these storage capabilities are tied to the browser itself and cannot be shared across different browsers. That is, Edge's storage has no effect on Chrome, and vice versa. While these options can be disabled in browser settings, doing so may cause certain software features to fail. HiwayCAD relies on local storage and session storage to maintain regular settings and temporary data. Cookies and INDEXED are currently not in use. For example, the interface language setting is stored in local storage. Once a user selects a different language, it remains unchanged permanently unless manually modified. Here is a troubleshooting story regarding this feature. In the top right corner of every HiwayCAD page, there is an interface language option featuring an English or Simplified Chinese drop-down menu, with English set as the default value. This feature had always worked smoothly. However, it suddenly broke. After switching the language to, closing the application, and reopening it, the setting reverted to English. Curiously, this issue occurred only in Edge, not in Chrome. Through tracking and investigation using developer tools, it was discovered that the stored data vanished whenever the application was closed. This was clearly caused by a browser setting issue. To check this in Edge, enter and execute Edge settings, clear browsing data in the address bar. The interface result is shown below. This revealed the root cause. Cookies and other site data was toggled on green. Switching it to OFF resolved the bug. The on state means that all data storage is automatically cleared whenever the browser or a tab is closed. In fact, this can also be handled manually without requiring automatic clearing. Leaving data uncleared for extended periods generally does not create logical conflicts that interfere with performance, nor does it consume significant disk space on the user's computer. If users insist on keeping the automatic clear option turned on, there is an alternative: disabling it for a specific application. The procedure is as follows. Click the Add button in the aforementioned interface. Type the domain www.hiwaycad.com https://www.hiwaycad.com in the pop-up dialog box, and click Add to complete the setup. If users find this difficult to understand or feel hesitant to perform these steps, they can contact the website technician for remote assistance to resolve the issue.